Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Code. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
Okay, everybody. Are we ready to go? Ready for DSP Tries It? All right, let's begin. Hello, everyone. DSP here. And today, it's time for an extra special, extra meaty episode of DSP Tries It.
Devour.
So today, we are trying something brand spanking new if you're in the United States from McDonald's. Now, it's actually March 2nd. And some people may be confused because actually the nationwide launch of the new burger that I'm about to try from McDonald's is tomorrow. So how did I get it today? Well, this is called the Big Arch. And this burger has already been internationally in certain countries such as the UK for a while. It's just hitting American shores tomorrow, but it's already been live in certain test markets, and I was one of the test markets. Okay? So it's supposed to be a new burger. For what I'm to understand, it's 2 quarter-pound beef patties with a whole bunch of other stuff on it. All right? So you might ask yourself, wow, 2 quarter-pound beef patties, that sounds insane. That's a lot of meat. So does that mean this is going to be the new premier burger from McDonald's? Well, from people who have been telling me about this burger, basically they're like, yeah, like worldwide, people who've tried it say they like it and are saying they like it better than the Big Mac. All right? So I decided today to not just do a basic taste test on the Big Arch, because I feel like that wouldn't be enough. What we have to do is we have to directly compare the Big Arch to the other 2 premier McDonald's burgers. Okay? So let's do it. You ready? Okay, well, I can smell that signature stench of McDonald's from the bag that I just removed. So here it is. And let's take a look at what's inside the bag, shall we? So on top, we've got a Big Mac. The typical McDonald's burger that everyone says is like the best thing, and everyone goes to McDonald's for the Big Mac, right? So we're going to take a look at it today, and we're going to see what the Big Mac looks like in 2026. Okay? Then we've got the other signature burger that McDonald's does. The quarter pounder with cheese. All right? So what's the difference? Well, the Big Mac is 2 tiny burgers with a whole bunch of bread and condiments and pickles. The quarter pounder with cheese is a quarter-pound fresh beef patty, supposedly not frozen, okay, and has other toppings and ingredients. It's completely different. It does taste very different from the Big Mac, all right? So there's those 2. Then we've got napkins, and then we have, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Big Arch. It is significantly heavier than the other 2 burgers. In fact, if you take a look at the size of the box is significantly larger. You can fit the quarter pounder with cheese box on top, and the box is dwarfed. It's half the size. And the same with the Big Mac. It looks like a pyramid stack because the other burgers are so small compared to the Big Arch. Okay? So, what is the Big Arch? I want to know. I'm going to take a look right now. Let's figure this out. Okay? Whoa, the napkins are blowing away. Hold on. Let's put these over here. Okay. What's in this sucker? I want to know. Let's take a look. Big Arch. Well, first of all, I see pieces of lettuce that shouldn't be there. It appears to be both sesame seed and poppy seeds. on the bun, which I don't recall that being on any other burger at McDonald's. Okay? Don't remember at all. What is in here? Well, let's take a look. So I see a whole bunch of lettuce. I see what appears to be some kind of sauce. It kind of looks like Big Mac sauce, but from what I'm going to understand, they're calling it arch sauce, and it's not supposed to be Big Mac sauce. It's actually supposed to be a different kind. Okay? The patty does look large. I do see some pickles on there, and I believe it's supposed to be white cheddar, and I think there's supposed to be 3 slices of white cheddar on the big arch. Okay? So compared to the other burgers at McDonald's, this thing is pretty hefty. Take a look. All right? So let's do a comparison. All right, that's the big boy arch right there. Here is the Big Mac. I mean, definitely a much smaller bun, and the bun is only sesame seeds, not poppy seeds. Oh my God. Look how small that is. That is so small. It is absolutely ridiculous. And there's 2 of those with a piece of bread between and American cheese, and that's it. So that is like, I mean, just putting them next to each other, the big arch is twice as big, at least twice as big as the Big Mac. So they should now call this, officially, they should rebrand this and call it Little Mac, but then they're going to get sued by Nintendo. But they should, because that thing is tiny compared to that, okay? Do you want to know the funny part? You ready for this? The big arch delivered is $11 where I live, but I believe if you get it in person, it's like $9. The Big Mac is like $8. Are they insane? This is at least triple the meat of this, and it's only like $1 or $2 difference. That doesn't make any sense at all. Now, that's the big arch versus the Big Mac, okay? What about the quarter pounder with cheese? Well, I'll be honest, the bun is also just as small. In fact, it looks like it's the same top as what's on the Big Mac. They look identical, actually. However, that does look like a much bigger beef patty. I think that's the quarter pound patty. And I believe on the quarter pounder with cheese, they put onions, pickles, ketchup, and cheese, American cheese, and mustard. So the 3 of them are very different, okay? They really are. Here, let's line them all up. And honestly, in order of quality, I'd say Big Mac's the worst, quarter pounder with cheese middle, and the big arch is huge and a lot of flavor and food, I would guess. But I haven't tried it yet. Here's what we should do. Let's try each one. Let's take a bite of each, and I'll tell you what I think of each as I take my initial bite, okay? So let's do it. Let's start with the Big Mac, okay? Here we go. The Big Mac, falling everywhere, which I knew would happen because they just put the shredded lettuce, and that stuff does not stay. It just flies everywhere when you try to eat it. So this is going to be messy. I don't think I've ever eaten a Big Mac that didn't go everywhere. Big Mac, everybody.
Devour.
Big Mac sauce all over my face after one bite. So, initial impression of the Big Mac, you taste the bread, and you taste the very tanginess of that Mac sauce, which essentially is like a creamy Thousand Island dressing. And that's it. Now, I did bite into the patties. Look, I did eat the meat. I didn't taste it whatsoever. I couldn't. It's not possible because there's so much bread, and there's so much condiment, and there's so much other fillers, you don't taste meat. I honestly never understood why anyone liked the Big Mac, except if you like the flavor of the Mac sauce, then I get it. Or if you like pickles a lot, then I get it. But outside of that, I have no clue why anyone would like the Big Mac or pay a lot of money for it. It's 2 tiny burger patties, the same that they put on their single cheeseburger. Okay. Moving on. The quarter pounder with cheese. This is a quarter-pound patty, which apparently there are 2 of on the Big Arch. So let's take a bite and see if the quarter pounder with cheese, which by the way is supposed to be fresh meat, never frozen, if it stands up in 2026. Here we go. Quarter pounder time. That is, without exaggeration, 10 times better than the Big Mac. Immediately, you taste the beef. It's actually well seasoned. They have seasoning on there, whether it's just salt or something else. It tastes good. Now, of course, it's overcooked. It's McDonald's. It's not juicy, but it has flavor. I taste the cheese. I taste the ketchup. I don't know if I tasted the mustard in that bite. I definitely tasted the ketchup. I tasted some of the onion. I don't think I got pickle in the bite, so I didn't really taste pickle. But that was a flavorful bite. That quarter pounder with cheese was good. That was a good bite. Okay? So right now I can tell you, that Big Mac is a humongous ripoff. I don't know who would buy it. Yet it still remains very popular at McDonald's. I don't get it. Quarter pounder with cheese is 10 times better. And by the way, it's about the same price. Okay? So there's your quarter pounder. Now, oh my God, it is so heavy. This is so heavy compared to the other 2 burgers because essentially it's a double quarter pounder, but it just has different ingredients. Again, it's supposed to have white cheddar cheese, pickles, 2 kinds of onion. Supposedly it has fresh chopped onion, but also like supposedly a crispy onion. I don't know because I don't see crispy onions on there at all. I don't know if they forgot them or if they don't have them. Maybe they're on the bottom. I just found it. They're on the bottom. Okay. Pickles, and supposedly arch sauce, but I don't know what it is. It kind of looks like Big Mac sauce to me, but maybe I'm wrong. It does look like a different shade of orange. So, all right. No judgments. Let's go. Let's try the Big Arch for the very first time. Here we go. First time I've had a real new burger at McDonald's in like a decade, because they don't have them that often, right? So first off, can I pick it up? Oh, it's so heavy. The lettuce just went everywhere. Okay, let's go for a big bite.
Devour.
That is interesting. You get a lot. You got a lot of meat flavor. I got the crispiness of the onions immediately, the crispy onions that were fried, and the breading of the onions I taste. I definitely taste some cheese, but it didn't strike me as a cheddar. Like cheddar has bite to it, right? Like cheddar's supposed to have a different flavor than American. I didn't really taste that distinct difference. I tasted a sweetness. I'm assuming that's the sauce. It tasted sweet to me. Let me take another bite. It's very creamy. Like, between the sauce and the cheese, it's creamy, like a creamy bite, if that makes sense. I didn't really taste a pickle, and this pickle has the sauce on it, so I'm going to try this. The sauce is sweet, which is odd. It's not, the Big Mac sauce is incredibly tangy. This is actually a unique sweetness to me. Okay. Let's keep going. The only problem I could say right now, it's falling apart. All the meat is coming off the back end. It's very hard to hold the burger together, particularly with one hand. It's weird to say this, but this might be the only burger at McDonald's where you get tons of meat flavor, and the meat flavor is pretty good because it's the double quarter pounders. It actually isn't bad. So here's the thing. Creamy, crunchy, but there is a but. There is something here that I do want to criticize, okay? It is falling apart, and I just don't taste anything to offset savoriness. Like, I will even say this, in the Big Mac, you have the tanginess of the Big Mac sauce. In the quarter pounder with cheese, you have mustard and ketchup. The arc sauce in this is very one note and doesn't really do much for the burger. Like, I wish that it actually was a Big Mac sauce on here, or even ketchup and mustard. I don't think that the sauce is very good. It just kind of blends in with all the other flavors. So the bite is very samey. Does that make sense? When you bite into the quarter pounder with cheese, you can taste, ooh, the meat. Oh, wait, now the cheese. Ooh, the tanginess of the condiments. Here it's just like the whole bite tastes the same. Okay. There's a little bit of tanginess in the sauce now that I'm having more of it. Man, this is so much meat. This is so much red meat, man. So much red meat for anyone to eat. I bet this burger's over 1,000 calories. I bet it is. Well, here's what I'm going to say. Because I've eaten a lot of it, probably about half. I'm going to put it down now. It's incredibly messy. It's all over my hand. The lettuce, the sauce has gone everywhere. As you can see, it's a huge mess to eat. But that's a huge burger. Like, yeah, you could get a double quarter pounder too. But that's a lot of meat. The meat is good. The meat is not bad. Obviously, you can get better meat at other burger places. You know McDonald's quality isn't as good as other places, correct? But I think we can all agree on that. But that's not bad for a burger at McDonald's. Okay? But to be honest, I think I prefer the quarter pounder with cheese better. I think that the flavor profile of the quarter pounder with cheese, the amount of meat, with the amount of condiment, with the pickles, the onion, and the cheese, everything stands out. And when you bite it, you taste all of that in each and every bite. Okay? It's a good balance, and it's not overwhelmingly too much of anything. All right? With the Big Arch, it's basically a lot of savory flavors. It's the meat and the breading, the fried breading flavor, which is very salty on the onions. And you get almost like a sweetness of the sauce, and that's it. Like, I don't taste the cheddar at all. I actually don't taste it. It's funny because the bite is creamy, but I don't taste any distinct cheese flavor in there. That leads me to believe they actually left it's a low quality cheddar. Like, it's not a good cheddar. It's not a good sharp white cheddar that's of quality. It's probably like very low grade, which is not a shock because it's McDonald's and probably everything there is very low grade, to be honest with you. Nothing really stands out, but it's still better than the Big Mac, like by a mile. You're getting way more portion. You're getting tons more on there. It's better than the Big Mac. That's not saying too much, though, because I think the Big Mac sucks, okay? So, I have to rate everything fairly. The Big Mac in 2026 is pathetic. 2 tiny burgers that should be singles, right? Single cheeseburgers. Way too much bread. Shredded lettuce that goes everywhere. The only flavor you can really taste is cheese and special sauce. and the price is ludicrous, between $8 to $10 depending on where you buy it. The Big Mac gets a 1 out of 5 for me. It's terrible. I would not recommend buying it under any circumstance. Seriously, I wouldn't. It's just not good. Just being for real. Okay? The Quarter Pounder with cheese, which is around between $8 to $10 again, depending on where you get it. The meat tastes good and fresh, has seasoning on it. The combination of American cheese with onion and the ketchup and the mustard and the pickle all blend together to a very tasty bite. It's not bad. It's pretty, hefty for what it is, quarter pound of meat. And the price is okay. Still, it's pricey, but okay. I would give the Quarter Pounder with cheese from McDonald's a 3 out of 5. The Big Arch. It's an interesting experiment, I would say. It's interesting that people around the world like it, because if all you've eaten was bad Big Macs all along, and this is your first experience to another burger from McDonald's, you probably think it's stellar. But I'm used to the Quarter Pounder with cheese, which I think is very good. So, being honest, maybe too much meat, because all you're really tasting is a samey flavor in your mouth. You don't get the distinct flavors of the Quarter Pounder that all complement each other. Instead, it's just a creamy bite that basically all is very samey. Yeah, every once in a while, you'll get a little bit of the breading flavor from the onion, or you'll get a little bit of the sweetness of the sauce. But that bite, I would pay for that bite on the Quarter Pounder before I would pay for the bite of the Big Arch. And the Big Arch is the most expensive of all because it's a double patty. Again, this is around $11+. It was 11 and change delivered. Now, in person, maybe it's like $9. I don't know. But I don't know. I want more flavor. I wish, if you want more meat, this is it. But if you want more flavor, go for the Quarter Pounder. And by the way, you can get a double Quarter Pounder if you want more meat, right? So in that case, just get that one, okay? So, I'm going to give the Big Arch from McDonald's a 2.5 out of 5. All right? First time we've been to McDonald's in a while. Luckily, it's not terrible food. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. And I'm going to eat some of this. But it's McDonald's. You know what I mean? It's McDonald's. It's never going to be stellar. I wasn't expecting much. Do you want to know the best burger I think I had at McDonald's ever? There was one a long time ago called the Big and Tasty, where they were trying to emulate the Whopper from Burger King. It was very similar. And then there was one about a decade ago, and it was a tie-in with a basketball player. And I can't remember what it was called, but it was a little different, and it was also very good. And they discontinued it after only a few months. I don't know. People are saying the Big Arch is going to be like an actual addition to the menu now. Like, it's not just a test thing anymore. It's going to be on the menu. I can see some people liking that because of the amount of meat, but I honestly think the Quarter Pounder is better. I would just get the double Quarter Pounder with cheese. Okay? All right, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode of DSP Tries It.
Devour.
Now, next time is a little up in the air. We have some ideas, maybe some pizza for the first time in a while, or we might keep our ear to the ground to see what other new things are coming out, because I'm not sure. But I want to say thank you guys. You've been watching DSP Tries It consistently. The show's been doing pretty good on the DSP Reacts channel, and I appreciate everyone who checks it out every single time that I upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with another taste test. Okay, folks, good stuff. Great stream of Resident Evil. Great DSP Tries It. I hope that you enjoyed it all. I am going to upload and eat some more. In the meantime, enjoy the break. I'll be back tonight on the late stream, 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. We'll hang out for a little bit, and then it's Hollow Knight continuing. Now, here's the thing. Hollow Knight has done very well, but as a day stream. We've never tried it as a night stream, and it was either not playing it at all this week or doing it as a night stream tonight. I opted for the night stream. So I hope you will join me tonight for Hollow Knight, if at all you can make it. If not, then tomorrow it will be more Resident Evil on the day stream, just like today. And we just got to Leon, so we can finally play as Leon and have more action starting tomorrow. Okay? Guys, thank you for a great show. Thanks for a great stream. I will see you tonight for Hollow Knight. Peace out.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is, it's dumb kids.